how you best prepare for the test, none of that is going to make a difference. Because that day, you're going to be there for only one reason, and that's to take that exam. And nothing else is going to affect you. How to do that? Well, take a lot of practice exams. Sit yourself through kind of proctored exams. Do it in test conditions. Then that way, when you get to the real SAT, it'll just seem like another practice test. And concentrate. Build yourself a routine. That morning, if you don't usually eat breakfast, should you eat a gigantic breakfast before you go?
No.
No, absolutely not. Some people get sleepier when they have a lot of food. I know for a fact, if I have a big lunch, I get really, really sleepy. So you don't want to do that. So you want to build up a routine where, okay, this amount of food for me before an exam is a good amount of food. So build it up the weeks leading up to the SAT. Make sure you concentrate. It's really easy to get started thinking about, oh, I'm going to this person's house after the SAT. Oh my God, 4 hours between me and this game or whatever it is. I had a student come back to me and tell me, I kind of fell asleep during the test. And then I had another student tell me, well, see, I just kind of zoned out. And then I came back and I realized everybody was finishing the section and I was about halfway through. You don't want to do that on the real SAT, right? Luckily, there were still students in my course, so they had time to get rid of those problems, get rid of those distractions. But really, preparing yourself for this test zone is a good thing. Okay, so one of the sections is obviously mathematics. So we'll go over a couple of practice problems and kind of strategies to solving these problems. Parents, you can get involved too, just for fun. But I do expect participation, so students, I do expect you to raise your hand and give me answers so that I'm not just talking to a lot of blank stares. Good. I will be like my business statistics professor. He always was like, well, this class is at 11, guys. Should have had your coffee by now. Come on, I need a response. So it's what? 11:30, so you don't have an excuse. Okay. So, if the square above has an area of 16, what is the area of the shaded region? Oh, yeah, look at that. Enthusiasm, I like it. So, strategies that you can use on any math problem. Step 1, identify. Determine what type of problem it is. Is it algebra, geometry, arithmetic, anybody?
Geometry.
Yeah?
Algebra.
Geometry.
Algebra.
Geometry. When you see a circle and a square, well, it's gone now. When you see a circle and a square, think geometry. And because it's in green, we know it's correct, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, step 2, set it up. A lot of times the SAT is going to give you long word problems, right? What I've always told my students, particularly the math section, is they're not testing you on difficult stuff. For those of you who have taken the SAT or even looked through the SAT, at the beginning of every math section, they give you a formula box. So are they expecting you to memorize things? No. It's all about application. It's really not that hard if you get used to the kind of questions they ask. So based on the problem type, determine what equations you will need to use. So let's go back. What kind of equations do you think we need to use? Yeah?
So you have the area that you have to find the sides. So then you split the side and find the radius and then times that by pi. We'll square the radius and then times by pi.
Right. So first, they've told us what the area of a square is. Can somebody tell me the equation for the area of a square?
It's
Side times side.
12 pi. Oh, no, it's 4 pi.
Okay. What else do you think we need to know? Area of a circle. What is the equation for the area of a circle? Right. Is that all we need? Yeah, right? Okay. Next step. Make sure. Remember when I told you that the SAT is kind of tricky, but they use a lot of the same tricks? Well, one of their favorite tricks is this whole shaded problem thing. They ask you for the area of the shaded region, and then we end up finding the area of the circle, and we mark that as the answer. But that's one of their favorite tricks. So once you know their tricks, they're not really tricks anymore, right? So what are they asking us in this problem? The area of the shaded region, right? Okay. So that's one of their favorite types of problems, these shaded region problems. For those of you who are going to be taking this SAT soon, I want you to write down this equation. It sounds really simple, but trust me, it'll make your life a lot easier. Shaded equals whole minus unshaded. So in this case, our whole is what? The square, right? And our unshaded is? Our circle. Sorry, the way that I made this, it makes it look like a rectangle and an oval, but trust me, it's a square and a circle. But is that easier than trying to find the area of each of those sections? Yeah, a lot easier. So of course, the last one is execute. Finally, actually do the problem. So we have square equals side times side, circle equals pi r squared. So what was our total area? 16, right? So to find our side, we need 16 equals side times side? Yes?
Yes.
So what is one of our sides?
4.
4. Okay, now what do I do from here? Somebody, lead me. Yes? Right, because we had our circle. Yeah, I'm a terrible artist, by the way, but I promise you it's supposed to look like what it did. But basically right now we know that our diameter is 4, right?
Yep.
So like he said, we need to divide by 2 because we're looking for the radius. So our radius is somebody? 2. So r equals 2. So then what is the area of my circle? 4 pi, right? Because pi r squared. So what was our equation?
Shaded.
Shaded equals whole minus unshaded. Our whole is
16.
16 and our unshaded is?
4 pi.
Right. So our answer is C. Not bad?
Yep.
Good?
Good.
Okay. Let's do another one. Can I have a volunteer to read